Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to day 7 of learning the basics of cryptocurrencies in 7 days. And this is a wonderful day. It is our last day. I just want to silence this thing that is making a noise. I need to stop. Sorry about that. I had to mute YouTube there. Okay. Someone says they're looking for PIN, which is the passcode. Let me just give it to them. Okay, so I've given them the passcode. Let me give them the meeting ID as well. Try YouTube. Sorry about that. Let's get rid of these technical issues that people are having. Just delete them to YouTube. YouTube are struggling. Right, there we go. Let me just see if it's streaming okay on YouTube as well. Let's check that out. Okay, yeah, we already have 4 people on YouTube. That's good. Okay, so let's get started then. It is a beautiful and a cold Sunday evening in Johannesburg. I don't know about where you are at. You know, we've been in this class together for 7 days now, isn't it? So let me just adjust my lighting. It's just a bit too much for me. Just hold on. Much better. Okay, yeah, much better. All right, so we've been together for about 6 days or so. This is our 7th day. So what I'd like us to do when we're starting, just for a few minutes, if we can just say hello to our classmates, if you can just put on your video just for a few minutes, just to say hello, and then you can switch off if you want to, just so that we can see each other, greet each other. We haven't seen each other for so long. Do you want to do that? Just put on your video and say hi to everyone. Anybody bold enough to do that? There we go, somebody starting, yes. Oh, Kolisile was coming on and went off. I was excited there that somebody's putting their video on. Primrose, Tony, Nondumiso, Lindiwe, Philistus, Victor, Pumzilele, Bubusi. Anybody brave enough to put their video on? It's got people on YouTube. Okay. Hi, Victor. Good to see you. And those on YouTube, you can just put your name on the chat. And then we'll acknowledge you as well. Okay, you can put your name on the chat. Okay, so welcome to learning the basics of cryptocurrencies in 7 days. We are now on day 7, an exciting day. I have got for us a PowerPoint presentation that we're going to go through. Now we're going to bring it all together and close it off. Hopefully it would have been a worthwhile exercise for you to be in this training. Okay, let's get started. Let me share my screen. Okay. Awesomeness. There we go. Okay, so let's just quickly go through. Let me just take out my pen as well. Okay, so let's get started. We'll summarize what we did in the week. We started by talking about the story of money. I always say you can't talk about cryptocurrency without talking about money, because cryptocurrency is money. You see the word currency there in the word cryptocurrency, it is money. So we started talking about that. We spoke about the history of money, where money comes from. The reason we do that is so that you have a full view of where this crypto space is, and maybe get to appreciate the fact that we are living in a time where we are introducing the new type of money. It seems like every 50 years or so, new type of money is being created. It started off in early civilization, way before our time, when there was a barter system. The barter system involves people exchanging value without the involvement of the middleman. The two people will talk to each other and negotiate and decide on something. For example, we've got Victor, who's a farmer. He's got cows. We've got Primrose, who's a farmer. She's got maize. The two would talk to each other. When Victor says, I want some maize, he would go to Primrose and say, Primi, can I have some maize, please? Prim says, you came at the right time, good Victor. I also need cow. The two talk, decide on the value, like maybe 10 kgs of maize or 100 kgs of maize for one cow, and they exchange. That was that. Easy as that, right? But this now, that system is dependent on people having a coincidence of wants, which means that Primrose must want something from Victor at the same time that Victor wants something from Primrose. If Tony comes now, Tony is a shoemaker, goes to Primrose and says, Primrose, can I have some maize? Primrose says, yes, Tony, I also need shoes. Nice, it works. They exchange, right? And then Tony gets maize, Primrose gets shoes. Now, what happens a few weeks later, Tony has used up his maize. What is he going to do now? Go back to Primrose. Primrose, can I have some maize? He's got his shoes. Primrose says, Tony, I don't need shoes anymore. I'm okay with the shoes. They're going to last me for a while. The system breaks down. It does not work. So every time money was evolving was because the system was not solving, was not helping, was not optimal for the community at the time. Money is something that allows us to exchange value, right? That is the biggest function of money, as a medium of exchange. But now when it is not working, because money physically was not there, they had to be a coincidence of wants. In this case, it was not there. Does it mean that Tony must starve now? Absolutely not. The system had to change. The community groups together says, okay, how do we solve this, right? How do we make sure that Tony doesn't starve? So they start thinking of what is valuable to the community, what is scarce, what is not easy to replicate, and they term that thing as valuable, and they use that as a token to represent that they can use to exchange value. Early civilization, cowrie shells are used, sea salt is used, right? Now, cowrie shells are used. Imagine this now. Now, Tony can go back to Primrose. Now can't go back, he won't go back with shoes because Primrose does not need shoes. He goes back with cowrie shells and says, here, Primmy, I've got some shells. The community has agreed that this is valuable. Primrose says, I want 500 shells. Gives 500 shells and he gets the maize. Now we are getting closer to using something else that represents money. But the community has to agree in that. Different communities agree on different things. For example, you'll be here in prison, cigarette is a currency. Why? It is scarce. The community in there has agreed that this thing, it might not be a verbal agreement, but it's a common knowledge that that is what is acceptable as the form of money. I need to reduce my sound a bit. The form of money. But when someone in prison steps out of prison back to the integrated into the community, can they still use cigarette as currency? No. The same happened in this story of money. The Indians came in wanting to exchange with us. We want to give them cowrie shells. They said, we can't take this back home. So it evolved to what? Gold. Gold and silver, commodity-based money. We get that working happiness. We can interact and trade with people out of our communities until this thing also becomes a problem. It's a security issue, ne? Imagine being a multimillionaire and you have to be carrying gold bags around. It ain't working. You are going to be a target to be mugged. Ne? Besides that, transportability is an issue. How much can you really carry with you, right? That's when we saw the introduction of, what you call this, early banks. The banks come in and say, okay, Victor, bring your gold. They give you a piece of paper to say, Victor has given us so much gold. You take that paper, take it to anybody in the community. They are guaranteed that when they bring that paper back, they are going to get their gold. That was the introduction of new money, paper money. There was resistance to that. The Americans said, don't want this thing. What is this thing? But today, do you know of any country that exists without money? Absolutely not. In the 70s, gold was dropped as a standard that's backing money. So our money as we know it today, called fiat currencies, is backed by nothing. There's no commodity behind it, except market sentiment, except what people think about your politics, about your country, about your economy. So that kind of money is called fiat currency. It's government-owned money. Now, every government has got their own money. South African rand, Botswana pula, Emalangeni in Swaziland, Zambian kwacha, Namibian dollar. What do we have? Malut in Lesotho, US dollar, British pound, Japanese yen. Those are fiat currencies, government-owned money. You can only use that money in that country. If I leave South Africa now and I go to the UK, I must have pounds.
Yeah.
And if sorry about that. If I leave South Africa today and go to the UK, I need pounds. If I've got 20 rands, they'll give me £1, right? If somebody in the US comes to South Africa today and they've got $1, we give them 16 rands, right? You can see the difference there, right? Every country has got their own money. But one of the biggest things with fiat currency is inflation. It loses value over time, which is why, now remember we are talking about why money was evolving. It was always to optimize how this money works for people. Now let's think about fiat currency, government-owned money. It loses value over time. What do I mean? When I was growing up, a loaf of bread was like R1. Don't ask me how old I am. It was like R1, a loaf of bread. Now today, a loaf of bread is 16 rand. The same loaf of bread, same size, same ingredients. It's 16 rand. Cooking oil. Not so long ago, 2 liters of oil was 35 rand. Today, 2 liters of oil are more than 100 rand. What's happening? Your money is buying you less and less and less over time. Let's use another example. We've got Nondumiso. I'm not sure how old Nondumiso is. I'm going to assume that Nondumiso, let's say Nondumiso is a dad. No, Nondumiso is a lady. Okay, let's forget somebody else. Oh, mom. Okay, Anna. We've got Anna. Anna is a mom. Anna says, you know what? I'm going to be a good mom. There's something that I wish that my mother would have done for me, was just to give me a house on my 21st birthday. Not those keys. You know, they give us those keys that you put on a display. No, she said, I would love to give me a proper key to open the door to the house, my own apartment. So Anna says, I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to be that mom that gives her daughter a house for her 21st birthday. So now she goes around and she says, I want the best for my baby. She goes to Waterfall Estate and she looks there and she says, wow, beautiful apartment, three bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, dining, lounge. Jeez, it's like 2 million rand. Says, I want this for my daughter. So she says, you know what? But I want to also have the pleasure of buying it herself. So I'm going to put away this 2 million for her. My daughter is only 10, she's saying, but I'm going to be a good mom, put away 2 million for my daughter. 11 years later, baby girl turns 21. Mommy says, baby, I've got a good gift for you. What is it, mommy? Come, 2 million rands. Go to Waterfall. Go get yourself that apartment, 2 beds, 2 baths. Beautiful, my baby. Go there. And baby looks at mommy and says, mama, 2 million. What you get? That 2 million is not even going to get me a 1-bedroom apartment. What happened? It has lost value over time. So if we are planning to be creating generational wealth, how is this fiat currency that we are wanting to keep our money in helping us? If you keep your money in fiat currency, it loses value over time. Fiat currency is not backed by anything, by the way. You know, when I first heard about cryptocurrency in 2017, people would say to me when I was talking to them about crypto, they say, you Haimengi, this thing, it's not backed by anything. At least the rand is backed by the South African government. I said, what does that mean for you? And they would say the government. I said, what does that mean for you? That is exactly the reason why we have moved to crypto. Because money that is linked to a government ain't good for us. What happened to the Zim dollar? The Zim dollar does not exist anymore. And when it ceased existing, at that time, believe me, there were people who were multi-millionaires in Zim dollars. Suddenly, poof, you are poor. Because the currency was devalued. They went into hyperinflation. The currency was devalued. It's worth nothing. That is what fiat currency does. If your government or the market sentiment and the world sentiment is against your politics, your government, your economic policies, they are going to pull away and not do business with your country, and the currency devalues. We go into hyperinflation. Things become more and more expensive. People get poorer and poorer and poorer. That is the danger of fiat currency. So in 2008, there was a major economic meltdown due to decisions made by financial institutions and governments that affected people's investments. There was a big drop in the market. People lost millions of US dollars. Then people woke up and said, we can't be doing this. We need to be in control of our money. How are we going to do that? And Bitcoin was born. The next form of money. People for the people, by the people. Money for the people, by the people. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, is a global currency. 1 Bitcoin is 1 Bitcoin. Whether you're in South Africa, in Botswana, in Lesotho, in the US, in Australia, in New Zealand, it is 1 Bitcoin. It is not owned by any government. It is backed and supported by the powerful blockchain technology. We spoke about that on day 2. It is deflationary in character. What are we meaning? I said that in the fiat currency is affected by inflation. The next slide is going to show you how early adopters of Bitcoin became multimillionaires because it is deflationary. And you need to grasp that and understand that, because we are holding on to that as to what is going to lead us into total financial freedom. One thing about this Bitcoin that I didn't mention to you when we were doing that lesson is that there is there's a limited supply of Bitcoins. There will only ever be 21 million of these. That is partly why it is appreciating in value, because it's got a powerful monetary policy. All those 21 million were not released in circulation at the same time. Why? Because then we would have flooded the market with coins that they don't understand. Then they would not adopt it. Then there will be an oversupply. Then the currency will stay low. But our fiat currencies, government can just print money as they please. When they do, it keeps watering down the value of the currency, devaluing it, inflation going up. With Bitcoin, none of that. Everything is mathematically based. It is predetermined. 21 million. The first one was mined in the year 2009. The last one will be mined in the year 2140. 141 years of mining. What happens after 141 years? Does Bitcoin cease to exist? No, it still exists. What happens after gold is mined? Does it disappear? No, it just keeps exchanging hands between people. We make jewelry, we keep gold bars, we've got Kruger coins, gold coins, and we just keep exchanging value. That's what's going to happen with Bitcoin. And we are still going to need the miners, because remember what the miners do. They've got 2 functions. They also validate and confirm transactions. After 141 years, they won't be issuing new coins anymore, but they will still be securing the network through validation and confirmation of transactions. That is the power of Bitcoin. Amazing. It's just meant to be a peer-to-peer transacting coin that allows you and me to exchange value without the middleman. When I said that, what did you think about? The barter system. Peer-to-peer transacting, exchanging value without the middleman. There's no middleman, there's no bank. It's just a blockchain. The blockchain is a network of computers connected, keeping track of who's using what. How is this money moving around? Who owns what when? Right? So we spoke about Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency by somebody called Satoshi Nakamoto. That is an alias name. We don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. It could be one person, it could be a group of persons, right? But they came up with this idea that, it's enough. Our money can't keep going like this. Watching our hard-earned money, our savings, our legacy for our children losing value. I'm not going to have that. Let's step into this and take control over our money. And that is how it was done through Bitcoin. But after that, it opened a door to a flood of solutions of cryptocurrency, solving world problems, real economic problems, social problems through the blockchain technology, and attaching to them cryptocurrency tokens, cryptocurrency coins, and that is what altcoins are. Any cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin is an altcoin. Now, your duty as somebody who wants to make money out of crypto is to understand what each cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrencies are merely projects. Somebody thought of a problem, they found a solution, they documented it, they developed it. So we spoke about 2 such projects, one being Electric Cash and Bitcoin Vault. You can use anyone. It could be Ethereum, it could be Ripple, it could be, the question is, what is it doing? What solution is it providing? And when you understand that, you ask yourself, do I see a future in this solution? If your answer is yes, tick the box, buy the coin, keep it, make money over time. That is how it works. So we use the same principle for all of them. These coins are not there to compete with each other. They are there to complement each other. They are there for your benefit. Once you own these different assets, you've got a portfolio of cryptocurrencies. And the beautiful thing is that if it is well managed, well created, well developed, it will appreciate in value over time. But what causes these things to appreciate in value over time, we are going to talk about in this next slide. This is how people became multimillionaires in cryptocurrency. Now, somebody asked in the group, how does Bitcoin get its price? What keeps taking this price higher and higher? Let's look at this. And as I look through this, you are going to understand that. Okay, this is the price of Bitcoin over time. Somebody in the class, when they spoke about their story of Bitcoin, there's also, I didn't recognize, we've got Mapule on YouTube and Nontobego. The other guys did not put their names on. So welcome Mapule and Nontobego. Anybody else, you can put your names on there. Somebody said in the class that they heard about Bitcoin in 2010. And I said, yes, in 2010. Guys, in 2010, one Bitcoin was R1.40. R1.40, which means that if you had 140 rands in 2010, instead of buying a vuvuzela, I remember 2010 in South Africa, we were celebrating the World Cup. Vuvuzelas, makarapas, Bafana t-shirt. So now, if you had 140 rands and you knew about Bitcoin and you were a visionary, you could see ahead, like, you would take your 140 rands and you would get yourself 100 Bitcoins. 100. Now, 2011, a year later, you still have 100 Bitcoins. BTC stands for Bitcoin. You still have 100 Bitcoins. But now your 100 Bitcoins, when one Bitcoin is 60 Rand, your 100 Bitcoins are worth 6,000 Rands. You only used R1.40. Let's go to 2013. One Bitcoin is now 9,000 Rands. If you still have your 100 Bitcoins, it means they are worth, so it's 9,000 for one Bitcoin. So 100 Bitcoins are worth 900,000 Rand. Yes, that is after how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you had put this R1.40 in Standard Bank, how much would it be in 4 years? So that doesn't count this. It's 1, 2, 3. It's 3 years. Let's not count this. How much would it be in 3 years? It would definitely not be 900,000. That's almost 1 million rands. But look what happens in 2014. It goes down. The 100 Bitcoins in 2014 are worth 490,000 rands. Still 500,000 almost. Good money. But it dropped. I want you to notice that. Almost 50% off. 2017. One Bitcoin is now 300,000 rands. Do you know how much Bitcoins are worth? These 100 Bitcoins are worth then? If you are still keeping them, you've got 30 million rands. Now, 2017, Bitcoin hit its biggest high, all-time high. 2017, December. I remember that's the year I got into Bitcoin. I remember the people that introduced me to Bitcoin had started with Bitcoin right about here. So they had a couple of Bitcoins in their bags. Now these people are suddenly multimillionaires. From owning a couple of Bitcoins, they spent 50,000, some of them 40,000 buying Bitcoin. Suddenly they are multimillionaires. What did they do? They sold their coins. Some people would say they're withdrawing. They sold their coins. Remember, these are assets. You own these assets and you sell the assets. They sold their coins. Now imagine this. You have made over 1 million rands. You are now a multi-millionaire instantly. Not trust fund, not inherited. Now you are a multi-millionaire. What do? Geez, you live your dream. I remember this year, people were calling this the year of title deeds. They were withdrawing and selling their Bitcoin and buying property, moving money out of the crypto space, out of the digital space into a tangible asset, buying property. Now, think about this. What happens now? A lot of people, we call them whales. Those who have more than 10 Bitcoins, we call them whales. The whales are selling. They made their money. At that time, there was a big hype around Bitcoin. People were starting to buy. They were buying high, buying. Because now people are saying, no, people are now millionaires, Bitcoin. Those who are millionaires are selling. What happens? In any market, be it a property market, be it stock exchange, when there are more sellers than there are buyers, the market drops. The price drops. The price of Bitcoin is driven, and other cryptocurrencies is driven by supply and demand. The more people want it, the more the price goes up. So the more people want it, the more they buy. The more buyers there are, the price goes up. If you have more buyers than sellers, the price goes up. We say demand is high. If there are more sellers than buyers, the price goes down. So a lot of people owned a lot of Bitcoin because they got it very cheap. Imagine you had 100 Bitcoin that got it 140. They got it very cheap. Now there are multimillionaires, they sell. The market has got a lot of sellers and less buyers, and the market drops. And now think about it yourself. A simple example. When you're driving Mpumalanga or Limpopo, you've gone on holiday and you're driving back and you see those ladies, maybe they've got crafts, sometimes they've got those ladies who sell mangoes in little buckets, a lot of them together, and you stop there and you go to the first lady and say, Mama, how much are the mangoes? And she says to you, 50 rand, Mtana. And you say, okay, I know, let me try Lo Mama next door. I'll give it to you for 40. And you say, I know, Mama, no, 40. I don't have that kind of money. Okay, I'll give it to you for 30. Mama, let me try there, Mama. You know, I only have 20 rands. Okay, then give me 20 rands. Because there were a lot of sellers. I had an option. I could go to A, B, C, D. So because they want a sale, they keep dropping the price to my demands. Now the price went from 50 rands to 20 rands. Because there were a lot of sellers and not buyers. Do you see that? So that is what happened here. A lot of sellers and less buyers. People have made their money. Now, Primrose comes. Primrose woke up to Bitcoin 2017, the 16th of December, 19th of December, when the price was 300, and people were making money. And Primrose bought some. Primrose put 50,000 rands, bought Bitcoin. Remember now, you can own fractions of a Bitcoin. Even though one Bitcoin was 300,000 rands, you could buy for 50,000, 10,000, 1,000 to get yourself what? Satoshis. We said Satoshis are fractions of a Bitcoin, right? We said Satoshis are fractions of a Bitcoin. So now you got yourself some Satoshis, right? Now there's Primrose with the Satoshis. Now Primrose is watching the charts and she's seeing that 50,000 rands is now 40,000. It's going down. She's watching this thing. And now it says, it tells us, let's say she managed to get 0.1 Bitcoin, for example. She still has 0.1 Bitcoin. When she bought it was 50,000 rands. She's watching this thing like 40. And she's thinking, what is going on? Now it's 30. And Primrose says, my money's going to go. Ooh, I've already lost 20,000 of this. And Primrose sells. Now, Primrose has sold at a loss and has lost 20,000 rands. And she says, Bitcoin, eat your money. No. Primrose bought high and sold low. And she lost her money. But look at what would have happened. I mean, in 2018, it went as low as 48,000 rands for one Bitcoin from 300,000 rands. Those who understood and believed in the cryptocurrency and believed in this Bitcoin held on to it. And when the price dropped, they thought, wow, this is a bargain, and bought some more at a cheaper price. And they held on to it. It took Bitcoin 3 years, 1, 2, 3, to hit that 300 mark again. 3 years. Have you got the patience to wait 3 years? Even if you had bought one Bitcoin for 62,000 rands, it would have more than doubled in 3 years, in 2 years, if you had waited. The year later, hit another all-time high. One Bitcoin went over 1 million rands for one Bitcoin. 1 million rand, one Bitcoin. In 2010, it was only 1 rand 40. This is what we mean when we say it's deflationary in character. The price keeps going up and up and up and up because there is a limited supply. There is more demand than there is supply. It's a global currency. The world population is more than 7 billion. There's only, at the moment, I think only 18 million Bitcoins have been mined so far. There is far less than there is a demand. Hence, the price is going to keep going up. 1 million is only what we see now. It's going to go higher and higher. It has dropped again, almost 50% off from that 1 million. 500,000 just now. That was today's price. What you will notice is that it is not static. Nobody can tell you at any point in time how much one Bitcoin will be. I'm telling you that because I want you to stop expecting people to give you guarantees when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. People know, scammers know that people are desperate for money. They are going to say to you, you don't understand crypto. They're going to say to you, and you know that crypto has made money for people. They're going to say to you, give me 3,000 rands. In 7 days, it's going to be 30,000 rands. 900% returns in 7 days. And you're thinking, oh, because it's crypto, it works. No, 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 no. Nobody can predict. I want you to see something. I'm going to share this with you. I just want to go to my Chrome. Okay. I want to share something with you. Just stop sharing first. So that you can see and start knowing that people out there are out to get your hard-earned money because Bona, they are too lazy to work for their own money. I just want to show you this. Okay, I want to go to MarketCap. There's 2 websites that I want you to know about and pay attention to. Just share that. Okay, let's start here. There's a website called coinmarketcap.com. You'll see here, it says they are on the top left, 19,000 cryptocurrencies. 19,000. And these are listed on CoinMarketCap. Remember, I told you about exchange companies, the ones where you can exchange your cryptocurrency and fiat currencies. There's 524 of them listed on CoinMarketCap. There's another website you can look at is CoinGecko. CoinGecko.com. They have listed 13,000 cryptocurrencies. Obviously, some of them are on both. Some of them are not on CoinMarketCap, but are there on CoinGecko. And they have listed 606 exchanges, and the market cap, the total amount of money sitting in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrency, the total amount of money sitting in cryptocurrency, as I'm talking to you now, is over $1 trillion US. $1 trillion US. So it means it's over about 16 trillion rands or so. Trillion. And you think this thing is not here to stay? Now, if you come to CoinGecko, you will see here, these are it's listed them according to their volume, to their market cap. Okay, you can see Bitcoin takes the highest. It says here, I think it also tells you here, Bitcoin dominance is 39% of the entire cryptocurrency market, right? Now, if you look here, I want us to go into Bitcoin to show you something here. Let's change it to rands so that it resonates with us back here at home. I'm going to change it to rands. I want to show you something. This is looking at 24 hours, 1 day. Okay. Last night, this time, 1 Bitcoin was 578,000 rands. A few hours later, 560 from 580, right? 578, now 560. Then it went up again, 574. Then it went down, 553. Now it's sitting at 550. And in between, you can see the line is a zigzag, not a straight line. So at any point in time, you will not know what the next move of Bitcoin is. So how does anybody get you to guarantee anything? Even if you go to 30 days, even if they said to you, will give you the returns in 30 days, it's still not predictable. Let's go 1 year. It's still not predictable. Look there, that's when it hit $1 million. It was $1 million a year ago, but it keeps changing. It went as low there. So now, what I'm trying to say to you is that don't fall into a trap because we really want money. And fall into a trap of people saying, we are going to give you so much money, guaranteed. How do they guarantee? Even in mining, remember, there's no guarantee because mining is a competition, remember, between miners. But look what's interesting. One Bitcoin, 2013 July, was 600 rands. 9 years ago, it was 600 rands. Last year, November, it hit 1 million rands. You can see even today, where's today? Today, the fluctuations between today, it has gone as high as 579 and at its lowest as 552 today. In 1 week, it was 624 sometime last week. Now it's on 500, and this is thousands, by the way. When you see this should say to you, wow, if I buy some Bitcoin now and hold on to it, how much will it be in 9 years' time? If in 9 years' time it had moved from 600 rands to 1 million rands. That is the power of how cryptocurrency is going to make money for us. Not by us wanting to make money quickly, but by us understanding that it grows over time. Otherwise, people are going to be always wanting to get our money by promising us unexpected returns, and we're going to go for it, and we are going to fall big time because they are just there. I'm just trying to share my screen with you. They are there to steal our hard-earned money. Okay, so now let's move on. Now, the trick in this crypto space is for you to collect as much cryptocurrency as you can. You've got an option now. Don't just look at one. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Vault, Electric Cash, Ripple, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Shitcoin. They are all there for you to collect these assets. Some will perform better than others. So how do you collect these assets? We spoke about that as well. There's mining, there's hodling. Hodling is buy, hold, and sell. Why it's called hodl? It's actually a funny story. In the crypto space, there was a time when Bitcoin, in the early ages of Bitcoin, like when hardly any people knew about Bitcoin, that the price of Bitcoin was dropping. And there's a small community of Bitcoin enthusiasts. And in that community, they would talk to each other about buying and whatever. And a lot of people were selling the Bitcoin. And one guy wanted to type hold, I'm holding. And then he typed hodl, just a spelling mistake, a typo. But then people held on to that. And now hodl is used as the term used to buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin. So you buy it, hold it for a certain period, and then sell it later. Okay. Some people say it's hold on for dear life. Right, so people hodl their Bitcoin. And another way is trading. We spoke about those as well. I'll tell you more about the trading as well, because a lot of people want to make money in crypto and they say to us, we want to trade. After every trading, people say to me, Maggie, now I want to trade. You also notice in the class when we did introductions, people were saying, I want to trade. We need to understand also what goes into that and manage our expectations properly and go in there with our eyes wide open to know what to expect, to avoid disappointment, and for us to be able to make the right decisions at the right time and know how to maximize our output in there. Okay. So one thing I want to explain as well, people also, when they get into the crypto space, they always ask me, can I withdraw? I want you to understand how cryptocurrency works, né? So that it is clear to you. Let's say I've got 10 Bitcoins. Okay. Let's say I had okay, let me not have 10, let me have 10,000 rands. Right? And then one Bitcoin is worth 1,000. So this is going to give me 10 Bitcoins. Let's say the price of Bitcoin goes up, it doubles. I don't know, it could be after a year, it could be after a month, it could be after a day. It doubles. Now one Bitcoin is 2,000 rands. I still have 10 Bitcoins. My asset, I didn't buy anymore. I just spent 10,000 rands. So I still have 10 Bitcoins. But when the price goes up, let's say I'm keeping them in an exchange wallet here, Luno. I can see in Luno, it says 10 Bitcoins, and it was saying 10,000 after I bought it. And then now I'm seeing in Luno, it's still 10 Bitcoins, but now it's saying, because one Bitcoin is 2,000 rands, it's saying 20,000 rands. And I'm thinking, wow, no, I want to withdraw some. Again, you want to withdraw because you want to do live. Let's have a money bag here. I don't know how to draw a money bag. Let's have a money bag there. Now you want to withdraw into your money bag. What must you do? To withdraw, you say, I want to get 10,000 rands. You don't just get 10,000 rands, you must sell some of these. And because one is 2,000, when you sell 5, you are left with 5. And you are going to get 10,000 rands. So you sold your asset. The number of Bitcoin has gone down. Now you'll see you've got 10,000 rands. If this price drops to what? 500 rand for one Bitcoin, you still have your 5 Bitcoins, you'll still see 5 BTC, but you won't see 10,000 anymore. You'll be seeing 2,500 rands because the price has dropped. You still have 5 coins. The price goes up again to 1,000. You still have 5 coins. You haven't sold them again, but now they are worth 5,000 rands. Do you see this? Now, if you want to do live now, you say, yo, I want to go on holiday. I need 5,000 rands and I want to withdraw. People say, I want to withdraw. You must actually sell your Bitcoin. So to get 5,000 rands now, when the price is 1,000 and you only have 5 Bitcoins, you are going to sell all 5. And you are going to get 5,000 rands. So every time you are withdrawing, you are reducing the number of cryptocurrency assets you have. So understand that. Just as much as if you want to accumulate on your assets, just keep buying more. You just keep buying more. So now what does that mean for us who are trying to create wealth out of this? You need more money to make more money. I want to use this actually in the trading example. I just want to ask quickly in this class before I go in here. How many of us here actually, before maybe nobody is even interested in trading, how many people in here are interested in trading? Please can you just put a 1 in the chat if you are interested in trading. You want to trade. 1 in the chat. On YouTube as well, I want to see those ones. If you are interested in trading, just put 1. Victor's interested, Felicitas is interested. Okay. Only 2 people. Okay. Nobody else is interested in trading. All right. Multimillionaires has raised her hand. All right. Lucy is interested. Okay. Nontlanta is interested. Good. All right. That's good. Tandiwe is interested. Good. Jacob is interested. All right. Okay. Let's talk about this a bit. Okay. Lebu is interested. Where's Victor? He's disappeared. Oh, Victor's here. Okay. Victor, can you unmute yourself and we talk a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Victor, if today you were given, are you trading cryptocurrency already?
No, I've not yet started, but I'm interested.
You are interested. Okay. If I said to you today, you could start trading today, how much would you trade with?
I can start with $200.
$200. Okay. Good.
Yes.
$200. Okay. And then if we say to you, okay, and how much are you expecting to make in your $200?
$1,000.
$1,000. Okay. And are you expecting to make a lot of money out of trading? Do you see trading as something that will change your life? Why are you interested in trading?
Yeah, I see trading is going to change a lot of things in my life because I've been following the trend. And some few years ago, I only saw it on internet, but I was not interested. But now I see that it's something which is big. Trading is good.
Okay.
You can build a lot of wealth, yeah.
Okay. So I want us to look at that. Victor wants to change his life. He's got $200 for trading. And you want that $200 to grow to $1,000, right? So let's
Yes.
look at this. I just want to share this with you again. Okay. I just want to, for those who may be struggling with talking in dollars, let's just take this into rands a bit. Okay. Okay. Victor says $200. It's about 3,000 rands, 3.2 that he can use for trading. And then he wants to make 16,000 rands for him. Okay. So Victor, you saw that, ne? It's 2,000. Let's see the percentage growth in that. Okay. So we want to go from $200 to $1,000. Okay, that's 400% growth. Okay. And how long are you expecting this? After how long do you expect the 200 to grow to 1,000?
2 months.
2 months. Okay.
2 months. 2 months. 2.5 to 3 months. Yeah, let me say
Okay.
2.5 to 3 months.
2.5 to 3 months. Okay. So we are moving from about 3,200 rands to about 16,000 rands in 2 months. Okay, it's about 400%. Okay. So now let's look at that. And I'm sure that resonates with a lot of people, right? Now let's look at that. These are Victor's expectations. He wants it to grow to 1,000 US dollars in 2 to 3 months. That is 400% increase. And you don't have any trading experience, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have any trading experience.
Okay. All right. So let's look at this. Now, that's how much we've got, 200 US dollars. Let's say you place a trade, right? Must grow 400%. You've got $200 and I've got 1,000. Okay. You place a trade, we take profit, 10% profit each. 10% profit is huge. It's huge. Okay. So you are going to get $20, right? I'm going to get $100. Okay. Now, I come in with 10,000 rands. I mean, dollars, rands, whatever, dollars. You've got $200. If we take 10%, I've got $1,000. You've got $20. Okay. The more money you have, the more money you're going to make quickly, right?
Yeah.
And this $200, for you to expect this one, let me just clean some of this. So, whether you were trading with a robot or with whatnot, it's going to take some sort of special, I can't find my pen now, some special skill, trading skills for you to move this into this in 2 to 3 months with no experience. Do you understand that? But if you had more money,
yeah, I understand that.
If you had a lot of money, it will be easy for you to get to this space. But you've got a good amount of money to start trading. You've got a good amount of money to start trading, but understand what it means to trade in the crypto space. You are trading currencies against each other. You are buying and selling cryptocurrency. That's all you're doing. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You want to buy the cryptocurrency when it's low and sell it when it's high. You want to sell, buy cryptocurrency when it's, for example, 10 rand, sell it when it's 20 rand. But to see this, you don't know when it's going to go there. You saw how the market goes like this. You may just buy it here and then it goes down to 5 rand or $5. Nobody controls this. The movement, nobody controls it because it's a market-related price. Even if you are trading with bots, the bot is just helping you not to be watching it all the time to say, okay, let me take profit. The bot is just watching to do the work for you, but it also buys and sells based on what the market says. You could take your 200, place a trade, and it could stay in that trade without buying or selling. What it does is when you are, let's say you are trading Bitcoin with US dollar. So it means you just bought Bitcoin using US dollar. So now you are sitting with BTC. You are sitting with your Bitcoin, but it has not gone up in price. It has gone down. You are still sitting with your Bitcoin. You still have your asset, but it has not moved in your direction yet. So you need to understand, how do I make this thing get money quickly? If you are not a good trader, maybe the robots are the thing for you to start with now. But what I want to say is that you need to manage your expectations. When people have got a lot of money for trading, they tend to make a lot of money quickly. 400% increase is a lot of money, and people are expecting those kind of changes. Just manage your expectations. And now, coming back to what you said, for you to change your life, to have your total financial freedom, let's say it did get to 100 US dollars. That's about 16,000 rands. Will that change your life?
Not exactly. It's still small.
It's still very small.
Yeah.
It's still very small. So for it to change your life, there has to be something over and above your $200. You still need to be injecting more money. And the challenge is that people don't have that much more money to inject into this. So we have to find means to make money that brings us money. There are companies that allow you to do that, but I'm not going to talk about that today. But I just wanted people to be aware of how this thing works and to manage your expectations that cryptocurrency is not a silver bullet that's just going to change your life just like that. So you are going to go in there with your $200 and you are going to be frustrated, not understanding how trading works, how crypto market works, and you think, oh, because when people start selling you these things, they don't tell you that you may be sitting in, sometimes they call it floating loss or temporary loss. You may be sitting in that space for a while. What do you do? Because you are just expecting that you're making profit. But there are ways which we'll talk about later. And just, we've got Kolisile, you've got your hand up, and Multimillionaires, do you have questions? Do you have questions? Okay.
No question. Correct.
No question. Okay, I'll just take your hand down. Thank you. Multimillionaires? Thank you so much, Victor, for playing along with us. We really appreciate it. And then we'll just get into it later.
I really appreciate the information.
Yeah, thank you for allowing us to share with us. So that was really what this slide is, just to help us to manage our reality with the expectations. You need a lot of money to make a lot of money. And that's where a lot of us struggle with. You know, people make us believe that we can become multimillionaires in crypto without spending much money, without lifting a finger. And you need to do some sort of work. You need to be bringing in additional money into the space. The question is, where do we get this additional money? That is the question, but we'll talk about that one just now. Okay, so let's move on now. We have actually come to the end of the training. I'll just wrap it up just after the certificates. So now let's just do our certificates, right? I've promised you that we are going to have a certificate ceremony. And how we're going to do this is that I'm going to show you your certificate. As your certificate comes up, I will appreciate. Oh, I didn't check on YouTube if people were. Oh, Tando and Mapule also want to trade. Awesome. Okay, so now we'll talk about that later. All right, so now when your name comes up, right? I get it. We are Africans. We will celebrate the African way. You know, when I go for the awards evenings at my kids' school and they call their names, I always ululate. And my kids say, "Ha, mama, you're embarrassing us." But the day I don't ululate, but how am I waiting for you to hear you, you know? So what I want to say is that enjoy this time, enjoy this space. It takes a lot for people to be listening to me day in, day out. And I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I hope this has really added a lot into, you're taking something out of today's, this training for the week. Let me just do this. You can all unmute yourselves. Now you're allowed to make a noise when your name comes up, or you're supporting your family or your friend. Let us get to it. I'm just going to put my sound on so that I can see if it on YouTube as well. I don't want to miss it on YouTube. I just want to see that there's sound. Okay. We've got 10 people on YouTube. Amazing. That's good. Okay. No, something is not. Okay. Yeah, I just need to take my sound up. Share this.
Wow.
Are we ready?
Wow. Wow. Lucy. Congrats, Lena. Wow, Lena Busi. Colleen, congrats.
Ask myself.
And yeah, so this is what you have achieved by just, showing up, which is also quite important. Showing up is something that I appreciate, and the fact that you came in and you stayed in until the end. You were there from the beginning until the end. That is one thing that differentiates people who make it and those who don't make it. Those who start something and see till the end. So for me, it's really, I appreciate what you have done, and I'm really hoping that it's gonna make a huge difference in your life. Just read that. So, what does own your life mean? What does it mean to own your life? You've got people that have got, owning your life means that, for me, you've got the time, you've got money, number one, and you've got the time to spend that money, to do the things that you want to do. And that's what a lot of us are looking for, to have the money and the time to enjoy that money. with what? Doing the things that we love, spending time with the people that we love. And that's what we're all lacking. That's what we are all striving for. You can have that, but not overnight. You can have that, even with limited resources, but you have to work to make up for the lack of resources. Cryptocurrency is good to make money appreciate in value over time. But for it to make money, you must have that initial capital. You must do something to make the money. The question is, are you ready? Are you willing? There are systems in place. There are opportunities out there. Do your own research and make wise decisions. So if you want us to continue, I mean, I'm open. I see people when they send me messages, they say, oh, I'm sorry for inboxing you. Don't apologize for inboxing me. That's why I am there. Crypto Wise Wealth is about educating people about cryptocurrencies. And I have put myself out there. I'm learning. I just started trading, by the way. I never used to trade. I was too scared of it. And I work full time as well. So I thought I don't have time for this. But I've recently started trading with the robot, not the trading, the bot trading. So I'm also learning in this space. And we can learn together how money can be made. You don't have to be alone. So don't be shy to send me a message. Don't say, I am sorry. No, inbox me. I've put myself out there. Send me a message. If you want us to continue, you want to ask me questions, send me a private message. Some people have already sent me their messages. We're going to be talking in the week. Give me a brief description of where what you're doing, what you want to do. Like Victor gave me an idea of what he wants to do. I've already have an idea of how I can help Victor to work through. You can just send me a message after this, Victor, and then we can start talking next week or something about what you want to do. And so send me a message, tell me what you would like to do, and if I can, I will help you. I'm going to invite you to my Facebook group where every now and then I post anything cryptocurrency related. Actually, everyone in here will get the invitation to the Facebook group, and then let's start your cryptocurrency portfolio. Even yesterday, those who attended the WhatsApp group, you need to start there, buying your own. That is like trading as well, because you're buying it, except now we're probably hodling more than anything, buying and holding. That's where we're starting. So those who are there are already on the path of starting to own their own cryptocurrency portfolios. I am there to help you. We can navigate this space together, learn together, and appreciate it and see how it can really change your lives. My mission is to create a network of individuals that are financially secure. A network of individuals that are living their ultimate dream lives. That's my mission. Create a network of individuals that are financially secure, individuals that are living their dream lives, individuals that inspire each other to create millions, to make millions, individuals that inspire each other to make millions and to make a difference. The question is, do you want to be part of that network or not? Because anybody can do it. I want anybody that I come into contact with to know that the power to create wealth, the power to wellness, the power to break the chains of generational poverty lies within each and every one of us. You must know that. Les Brown says it's up to you. Every passing moment is another chance to turn it all around. Crypto is not going to put wealth in your lap. You have to work for your money and you can change your life. There are opportunities out there. You have taken the right step by starting to learn. Now take it forward. Don't stop here. I appreciate you. Each and every single person in here, you are going to be getting your certificates in your inboxes. I'm not going to send it in a group. You're going to get it as individuals. And with that being said, have a splendid evening. Hope to hear from you. It has been wonderful being with you in this class. If you know anybody that you think will benefit from this training, I will be doing another class at the end of this month. And with that being said, if there's any comments, I will take them. Otherwise, we will close off. Was that good? Did you gain anything? Did it do something for you? This is the end, by the way. We finished, we're done.
Yeah, I've benefited a lot. As for me, I've benefited a lot. And I think I would love to keep on buying more crypto, injecting more capital. Yeah.
Absolutely. but understand the risks and your expectations, right? That the market keeps going up and down, up and down. Okay.
Yeah, the reason why we were not starting to trade is because we were meeting people who were not genuine. So now I've got a clear picture and understanding, and I love trading.
Awesome. So we'll talk about that, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Hi, Mama Pet.
Yebo mama.
Njani?
Yeah, siyabonga i-training isisizile kakhulu. Kodwa mina bese ngiqalile ukuthenga ama-crypto ngoba bese ngithenge i-Ripple ne-Shiba ne-Solana ne-Litecoin. And ngiyabona wonke okwamanje are-ready wonke kodwa anginankinga naloko. And futhi bese ngithenge futhi naku-equity what bese ngithenge nakhona. Sengiqalile nje.
Wow, I am so proud of you. That's good. And what
kodwa angakabi clear net into enye engihlula ngokuthi ama-coin lawa ngikhona ukuwabona ukuthi leli lishipile or liyadura or kanjani. Ngisafunda lokho njengama-coin ngoba ngiyawathanda wona kakhulu.
I am so impressed, Mama, so much. Obana, you've got a portfolio going now. So which platform, which platform to buy?
Ngisebenzise iLuno and then ngasebenzisa ne-Alcon Trader. Mara okwamanje and then ngawathatha ngawabeka ku-coin gecko ukuthi ngikhona ukuwabona masinya uma ngifuna ukucheck ukuthi ahamba kanjani.
Hayi wena uzibhekile wena. You are here, you've got it. No, well done, Mama. No, well done, really. That's good.
Ngiyabonga.
Yeah, that's what we're all wanting to do, to have that portfolio of cryptocurrencies. Mama Patricia said that they're all looking great, but she's not panicking because you can't sell at a loss. We don't want to lose our money. So the advice is that don't put in money that you are wanting tomorrow, But, the trick in this space, what I've seen for myself is that the people who've made it a lot in cryptocurrencies, a lot of them have made it through network marketing with cryptocurrencies. Who knows about network marketing? By the way, we are finished. Now, anybody who wants to drop off can drop off. Now it's just talking. Okay. Who knows about network marketing and how money is made in network marketing? Somebody says, thank you for cryptocurrency. Oh, it's my pleasure, Felicitas. Let me explain something to you. Marketing is marketing. Marketing is just getting a product from the producer or the manufacturer to the customer. That is marketing. Now, there's different ways of getting that customer to those people. There's direct, there's retail, which is your shops. We get it at Pick and Pay, at Spar, that's retail. And then another way of marketing a product, remember, marketing is getting a product from the producer to the customer. Another way is through direct selling, like your Tupperware, your Avon. That is direct selling. And then there is network marketing, sometimes called multi-level marketing. That multi-level only refers to how the people are compensated for getting the product from the customer to the producer to the customer. What people don't understand, they think that network marketing is all about selling. Yes, there must be a sale, there must be sales, but it's not about you as Victor becoming a salesperson, right? It's about creating an organization as an individual, an organization of people who are selling a little bit. So instead of you being selling, network marketing is designed by you creating an organization of a lot of people selling. And that is the power of this thing. That is where we make money. Even in the crypto space, people make money that they put into cryptocurrency that they've made from remember, it's multi-level marketing, it's compensation, from being compensated for being the one who brings the product to the customer. And not being you don't make a lot of money by being the only person making all the sales. You make a lot of money by having a huge organization. Then people start panicking, saying, but Maggie, how am I going to make, I don't know a lot of people, I I cannot create a big organization. My question to you here, like when I was talking to Victor, do you know people who want to trade? Do you know people who want to trade?
Hello?
Other people besides you. You know people who want to trade. Other people, but not you.
Yes.
People who want to make a lot of money. You know people who want to change their lives. Maybe not even necessarily wanting to trade, but they just want to change their lives. They want a better life.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
Let's look at
Yeah.
this. 2 times 2 is 4, right? 4 times 2
Yes.
is 16. 16 times 2 is no, not 19. Yeah. Where is the math running away? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 16 times 6 is 32. Okay, so now, right, ne? This is 8. Clear. Clear. Eraser. Oh, something went wrong here. Sorry. Something just went wrong there. Sorry, let me just. Now I can't find my button. Where is it? Sorry about that. I just want to demonstrate something so that you leave here with a different view, really, of how your life can change, that you mustn't be thinking, oh, I don't have money. Oh, I don't have money. Anybody here? Okay, let's do this again. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, so we're saying 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 2 is 16, right? We know that. Now, just think about if you know 3 people, right? You sponsor 3 people. By sponsoring, I'm not saying that you buy some. If you sponsor 3 people, right? And you teach those people to sponsor 3 people, you have 9 people. If I've got 3 people that these are people that want to make money, people that want to change their lives. If I know 3 people that want to change their lives, and I teach them how to get 3 people that change their lives, and I teach these 3 how to teach their 9 how to get 3 people, I've got 27. And they teach them how to sponsor 3 people. Just remember, teach. Then we've got 81 people, right? What is the difference between 81 and 16? 65. But you only had to know only one more person. One more person. What if you knew 2 more people? Well, let's just say one more. Let's go one more. One more person. From here to here, it's 2 people. It is what? 4 people. 4 times 4, I get 4 people. I teach them how to sponsor 4 people, but 16 people. I teach them how to teach these 4 people, but 64. Again, another 4. Good. What's this? 260 something. 68, 268. I think my maths is running away from me. It is 64 times 4. 64 times. Yeah, 256 actually. 256 people. Now the difference here from having 16 people to 256 people, it's a huge difference. But you only had to know 4 people, not 256 people. So if you know 5 people, Victor, that says they want to change their lives, and they know 5 people that want to change their lives, and they know 5 that want to change their lives, and they know 5 that want to change their lives. Do you see? You are going to have an organization. Remember, network marketing is about building an organization, not you doing the work, not you, just 5 people, teaching them how we can all change their lives. Teach those 5 how to teach 5 each, that they can own their lives. You are only responsible for 5 people, but at the end, you are going to have an organization that has 5, 25, 125, about 800 and something people under you. Just you. You have built a huge organization. You did not have to know more than 800 people, but that is how organizations are built. You don't have to be, I must go and sell. No, you must just say, I know people that just want to change their lives. Men say, do you want to change your lives? Yes, we want to change your lives. Okay, are you willing to do what it takes? Yes, I'm willing to do what it takes. And that is how people are making a lot of money. And then you use that money to do what? To trade.
Yeah, got it.
So don't just be sitting there and stewing, saying, whatever capital you have, the question is, how do I make this money stretch? The challenge is that we fall into the trap of getting into opportunities that lose us money. Unfortunately, that's how it works. Because, in the crypto space, some of these things, they're not our companies, guys. Let's be real. They're not our companies. Even the company that I'm trading with now, it's not my company. Tomorrow, I could wake up and they say the company has gone bankrupt. That's the risk that we're taking in this space. I've been through 2 mining companies, trusting, believing in them. If the company shuts down, it shuts down. I can't do anything about it. But what we are trying to do is to make a lot of money. We must work for that money. In network marketing, you work for your money. But once you've made it, take it out and let's start our own companies. Then you can trust yourself. But we all know that even in your own business, it can fail. But you want to be in network marketing for about 3 to 5 years, become a millionaire and step out and do your own thing. But if you want to make the kind of money that will change your life, you need to work for your money. No 2 ways about it. So find opportunities that will allow you, and mentorship and guidance also helps a lot. Hang around people that are realistic about making money. Don't hang around. I had another lady who said to me, Maggie, tell me about Bitcoin. Yeah, what you're saying is going to take me a lot of time. I don't control the market. And I can't lie to you and say to you, you are going to make so much money over time. And which is the mistake that a lot of people have made, especially when it comes to network marketing as well. Because they want to make a sale, they promise you things, and then they make the money from you, but your expectations were not managed properly and they're not met, and you feel like you're scammed. Okay.
That's
so
awesome.
Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. We will talk on the other side, and I will send you certificates. Have a splendid evening and good night.
Thank you. Thank you.